What's going on again, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are unboxing yet another of the Godzilla Kaiju toys. This time I can't help but think that I've got something special for you guys today, because this is what I would consider and what the third-party market considers one of the rarest and most hard to come by, priciest on the third-party market figures from this line. We do have today's Bandai Godzilla King Ghidorah. So guys, my name is Matt, and this is the Pop Complex. Alright guys, welcome back to the Pop Complex once again. Again, we are unboxing a very special Godzilla figure today. We have the rare Bandai King Ghidorah figure in the Bandai Godzilla line. And this particular figure, like I stated before, is kind of rare. It is kind of uncommon, and it's not cheap on the third-party market these days. But I got this guy a while back, and I got a really extremely good deal for him. I think compared to third-party market prices, which are I think close to $100 as of the making of this video, I did get this guy for about 23 bucks, I think it was. So it was a new listing, so I do not think the seller knew exactly what they were trying to get rid of. So excellent deal. The box is a little beat up, so please excuse that, guys, but the figure itself is in great condition, so excuse the condition of the box of the figure, but we're going to open him up anyway. And I got an excellent deal on this. So this King Ghidorah figure, and I know a lot of people say Ghidorah, Ghidorah. I choose to go with the pronunciation King Ghidorah, since that's more derived from the original Japanese pronunciation. So that is from Kingu in the Japanese, and Ghidorah I think is derived from the Japanese word that means like Hydra, or dragon with multiple heads. So a little bit of history on King Ghidorah. He did make his first TOHO film appearance in 1964 in the Showa Era in the Godzilla film Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. His second appearance was in 1965's invasion of Astro-Monster the next year. Then his third appearance was in 1968's Destroy All Monsters. And then 1972, finishing out his Showa Era appearances in Godzilla vs. Gigan. Then he did not appear again until the Heisei era in 1991's Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and also 1998's Mothra film Rebirth of Mothra III. Then he made his appearance in the Millennium era in 2001's Godzilla, Mothra and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. How's that for a movie title, guys? And then most recently, he has been known to make a famous appearance in the new American Legendary Pictures Monsterverse, the Godzilla film in 2019, Godzilla King of the Monsters. But that's enough about the boring history and the film appearances, which are not really that boring. But let's take a closer look at the figure and the packaging. So we have on the front of the packaging that typical epic Godzilla logo that we have here, that is consistent with the Bandai and Playmates figures. We have the Bandai logo down here. Off to the side, off to the right side, we do have the Godzilla plain text logo, and here we have a special Godzilla 65th anniversary logo here that's printed on. The only one I've seen so far is this particular figure that does have that logo on it, but 1954 through 2019, which is when this figure was issued. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you like what you're seeing. If you're enjoying the videos on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like the channel and like my content. It doesn't cost you anything. That button is right down below, and hit the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video to the Pop Complex. Let's flip it around to the side here. More of the same epic Godzilla logo. And the bottom, of course, is that hollow open air style packaging that we have been seeing that is consistent with these figures. This figure is kind of dusty. Like I said, the package is kind of beat up, but the figure is in great shape. We've got his tail there, as you can see, has this little plastic piece on it, a little bit of piece of plastic that is designed to cover up the tail, I guess, so these two pieces of the tail won't rub together where it is in this open air packaging. But you can see the nice shiny detail on the metallic gold paint already. and it looks to be pretty basic. I don't see too much shading, too many details. It is a flat gold look, and I'm not really seeing any paint details until we get to the head of the figure, but we'll take a closer look at that as we get him out. And his wings are pretty large here, and they're extending over the photography here on the packaging and the design, but we do have the classic Japanese character Godzilla logo over here on the left, and on the right we have that snapshot of the 1954 Godzilla toy from the same line, which, spoiler alert guys, I will be unboxing on this channel as well, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that. But as we flip it around to the back here, we do have the photography of some of the other figures, and like I stated, here's the 1954 Godzilla, the first appearance that I will be unboxing. King Caesar right here that I did previously unbox on the channel, so there will be a link in the description guys, and a card up here in the right hand corner. Don't forget to take a look at that and check out that video as well. And then over here we have the 2000, the Millennium Godzilla. And guys, another spoiler alert, I'll let you know I do have this one as well. So this one will be coming on the channel as well, so be on the lookout for the unboxing of the Millennium Godzilla, as well as a few other Kaiju Godzilla surprises. Stay tuned guys, you don't want to miss any of it. So we have that same epic Godzilla logo here on the back, and some photography, some art of some destroyed buildings in the background. We have some of the legal information here, the Bandai legal information, but we have the Godzilla official pictographic logos here in the 2019 and the barcode. Collect them all, I plan on it. Flipping it back around to the front, guys, that was the package of King Ghidorah. This is an exciting figure for me to get to unbox and add to my collection. So now we're going to get the king himself, King Ghidorah, out of the package and take a closer look. So stay tuned, guys. All right, and now here we are with the mighty King Ghidorah out of the packaging. And I have to say that I am pretty impressed with the overall look, the appearance of this figure. It is a little limited on his articulation, which generally these Bandai Playmates figures are. We kind of know for the price point, or should I say the retail price point, we kind of know what we're getting, but we still love these figures anyway. I know these are very reminiscent of my childhood and the cheaper dinosaur figures that I was so into as a little boy, but here is King Ghidorah, and we will get into the explanation of the articulation here in this video. So let's take a closer look here at the detail on the heads, and I will try to move some of the light around here, guys, so we can get a better look at the detail on these faces. So we have 3 heads, which is what King Ghidorah is known for, and they are the typical Ghidorah dragon heads. And by the way, guys, this is modeled after, definitely after his Showa Era appearances in the 60s films from Toho. But the 3 heads here are stationary. There is no articulation in the neck where it joins the body, the torso. There's no articulation, even though you can see some cuts here, guys, in the plastic. That seems to be only where the head plastic joins the neck plastic and is glued together. For assembly purposes, there is no articulation. I've already tried there. But two out of the 3 heads here have the open mouth with the teeth you can see is like they're roaring. And then we have the head in the middle has his mouth closed. So we get a little bit of a variety there. But again, going down the neck here, there's no articulation in the head or the neck. I know that's not typical of these Bandai Playmates figures to include, but I think it would have been cool to have the neck be a softer rubbery plastic and maybe have a wire inside here so we could kind of separate the heads a little bit more and bend them kind of in different angles and poses. Would have been really cool. But again, we know what we're getting into with the quality and the price points of these particular figures. I'm just really thrilled that I have an awesome King Ghidorah figure, and I got him for an awesome price, even though he is rare and pretty expensive on the third-party market. So let's take a look at the torso itself. And again, he is all the same flat gold color. So there is no shading, no detail, no alternate colors anywhere on this guy except for the paint job on the actual eyes and mouth of his 3 heads. So it's all one flat color. Not even in the claws here on his talons, on his feet, are a different color. It's all the same flat gold. Well, it's not flat. It's glossy. It's iridescent. It is shiny. So, but it is the same. That we have no shading or detail in the paint job. So as you can see here, we'll take a closer look at the wings. We have the scales that extend out to these sort of these tendons, I guess, if you will, that extend into the tips of the wings, and on the back the same. And we can see his dorsal fins, his typical dragon dorsal fins. His tail was brushed off to this side in the packaging, if you notice that, guys, but I did move it to come this way, because if you notice the cut here in the articulation of the plastic, his dorsal spines, they do line up with the tail, and the diagonal cut here, that this tail was meant to be displayed naturally, as you can see where it is sculpted in this particular position. But we will look at the overall articulation, guys, which is not much. This figure only has 3 points of articulation. So 2 of them being the wings. So the wings are articulated, so we can move them. Looks like, yeah, we can get a full 360-degree rotation on the wings. So we can actually position those back straight up or down at more of a flying angle, which I think is very cool. So that's definitely how I will be displaying this guy, is like this, with the wings a little bit more down, kind of angled with his heads, just like that. He may go on my top shelf though. I really like this guy. He's one of my favorite. He is probably one of the most infamous Godzilla characters, probably right along with maybe Mecha Godzilla being the most infamous and frequent Godzilla opponent in the films. I'd say this guy probably gets maybe top billing as being the most famous Godzilla villain or opponent, and then maybe Mecha Godzilla coming in at a very, very, very close second. But there is unfortunately no articulation in these legs. His torso is one molded piece. Nothing in the ankles, as we can see in the feet. But the third and final remaining point of articulation, like I stated earlier, guys, is in the tail. So he does, if you are careful with maneuvering around these wings, he can get a 360-degree rotation, maneuvering around the claws there on the back. But as you can see where the cut, that diagonal cut, and the dorsal plates, dorsal fins do line up, it is meant to be posed and displayed like that to look the most natural coming off. Now, these 2 pieces are separate, and they're kind of a little bit pliable, but still a pretty stiff and sturdy plastic. And this is King Ghidorah's signature, is having the split double tails here. His main tail comes off, bifurcates into 2 smaller tails that fan out here on the ends, as you can see. So guys, that is about it for King Ghidorah. There he is in all of his kaiju glory. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you have this figure and kind of how much you paid for it, if you got a really good deal. If you'd like to have it, if it's on your list, definitely for sure. And don't forget again to share this video out to all of your fellow Godzilla and kaiju lover friends. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and hey, consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you anything, and hit the button to always be notified anytime I upload a new video to the Pop Complex. Like I stated, I've got some more Godzilla and kaiju videos coming soon, guys. You don't want to miss those. And if you should so choose to, you can support the channel monetarily by going to patreon.com/the Pop Complex. And don't forget to go to thepopcomplex.com to satisfy all of your Pop Complex merchandise needs. There will be a link, guys, as always, in the description to everything. So guys, once again, this was King Ghidorah by Bandai. Thanks for watching, and have a monstrous Kaiju day.